Hello everyone, and welcome to my GH Soap Opera Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. GH spoilers: Michael's alarming accusation against Chase following Wiley's snitching. General Hospital spoilers and updates predict that Michael Corinthos would blame Harrison Chase for the main frame-up once Wiley Corinthos spills the beans. Wiley caught Chase with Michael's keychain. Replacing it on the floor. Wiley observed Chase laying Michael's keychain on the floor, leaving him bewildered at the close of the February 6th episode. At some time, Wiley's observation might play a key role in the evolving story. Chase grabbed Michael's key ring to deliver the keys to Drew Kane's apartment for testing. Once Chase found that one of those keys permitted him entrance to Drew's home, he logically inferred that Michael must have used it to enter on the night of the shooting. Naturally, Chase is already in a dangerous position at the PCPD for his malfeasance in this inquiry. Chase has been demoted, but this could lead to termination if discovered. GH viewers are aware that Chase has experienced a demotion, but he risks termination if he crosses the line once again. Nevertheless, Chase could be planning to find a smart method to ensure that Michael gets caught with that key. Willow Kane is the one who placed it there, therefore she is surely hoping this would serve as the proof required to have Michael jailed. Chase could also be depending on it, unknowing that Willow is the brains behind the arrangement. Unfortunately, with Wiley now a witness to how Chase handled Michael's keychain, Chase might find himself implicated of the exact frame-up he is ignorant to. Wiley will have questions for Michael and snitch on Chase at some point. Wiley might bring up what he observed to Michael, wondering why Chase was laying his father's keys on the floor. Michael could acknowledge that it's a legitimate inquiry and discover an unfamiliar additional key. This might force Michael to approach Chase, who may fiercely reveal that he knows it's a key to Drew's house since he tested it out. Michael may then accuse Chase of having placed the key and attempted to frame him. On the other hand, it's possible that Michael may be arrested over this key before Wiley gets the opportunity to disclose any facts. Wiley more than likely will spill the beans. Wiley might spill the beans after seeing the grown-ups discussing Michael's keychain, revealing that he observed Chase dropping his father's keys on the ground. This may ultimately result in Chase facing bogus allegations and leave Michael enraged when he hears Wiley's revelations. Nevertheless, the authors of GH had a reason for having Wiley visit Chase, so it's inevitable that he will ultimately share what he knows, causing some difficulty for the former detective. According to General Hospital spoilers, Chase could find it tough to defend his identity if Wiley contributes to exacerbating the problem. Be sure to keep up on everything happening with GH right now. GH Spoilers Weekly Update February 9th to 13th, Maxie returns, Lucy's revenge, Danny's creativity. General Hospital spoilers are in for the week of February 9th, 2026. Fans may anticipate Maxie Jones to begin her awakening. Lucy plans retribution. Plus, Danny Morgan gets inventive. Maxie Jones returns. Let's start off with the most exciting news. Maxie returns. The woman is in a coma and it can take a time before she awakens. However, fans will see her return on film this week. However, it is intimated that Felicia Scorpio and Damian Spinelli make a huge decision. This has something to do with Maxie. What is also fascinating about the time of Maxie's homecoming is Lulu Spencer and Nathan West's prospective relationship. Emma Scorpio Drake devastated over with Emma Scorpio Drake, she returns with horrible news. While Anna Devane is genuinely in France, everyone thinks she suffered a mental break. Nobody believes Anna's account. Going even farther than that, Emma feels like she's lost her grandmother forever. Emma will turn to Giovanni Gio Palmieri for help. Meanwhile, Felicia Scorpio delivers Anna's letter to Jason Morgan. Laura Collins' declaration. General Hospital spoilers for the week of February 9th show that Laura Collins has a meeting with Max Scorpio and Dante Falconeri. The mayor says that Anna is not coming back as the police commissioner. That role will presumably be given to Dante, who needs to make a decision. Lucy Coe's payback. As for Lucy, she will prepare payback. In a teaser clip, Lucy can be seen squaring off with Ava Jerome over Jen Sidwell. Afterward, Lucy will demand retribution. What more to expect? As for what more to expect, Carly Spencer has an offer for Valentine Cassadine. Tracy Quartermain reasons with Cody Bell on Molly Lansing Davis manuscript. I love it when Tracy gives folks reality checks. Trina Robinson quizzes Jocelyn Jacks. Lucas Jones receives a shock. Plus, Portia Robinson shares important news. Does she eventually receive the paternity test? Also, Jordan Ashford and Curtis Ashford contemplate their future. As for Michael Corinthos, he prepares a date with Jacinda Breckel. GH star Chris McKenna offers big insight into soap's young talent. The younger performers on the ABC serial are knocking it out of the park. General Hospital star Chris McKenna is pushing the young adult subculture on the program. The actor was a kids' soap star himself, and he's made quite a statement about his colleagues. Key takeaways: Chris McKenna likes the youthful GH cast. The adolescent scene and young adult scene are on fire on the ABC show. GH fans respond to McKenna's statements regarding his co-stars. A talented bunch of breakout young stars on GH. McKenna is renowned for having fun with GH fans on social media, especially X. This week, the actor utilized the social media medium to make a bold, very truthful comment about some of his cast colleagues. "I grew up on soaps and I've never seen such a talented group of young actors on a show in my life," he wrote on X before adding, "For those who don't know, I was a decorated child actor on a soap from 12 to 16 years sick old, and I'm telling you this bunch is elite." The actor landed the role of Joey Buchanan, the son of the infamous Vicky Lord, on One Life to Live when he was 12. Last year, McKenna and Slazak reunited on GH and offered fans a humorous tribute to OLTL in a behind-the-scenes blooper. McKenna is not incorrect. The younger performers have been on fire for months, and there's little denying other soaps could learn a thing or two from GH. While the actor didn't identify names, now Bluesy Burke, Asher Antonazin, Finn Carr, Giovanni Mazza, and Braden Bruner are crushing it in their parts. These youthful talents are all front and center in significant storylines, holding their own alongside the show's vets like Jane Elliott, Jeannie Francis, and Maurice Bernard. The teenagers and young adults aren't the only ones leaving a mark on the ABC serial. Gary James Fuller, Scarlett Spears, and Cosette Abinante are fantastic, further establishing that GH has a great future generation, unlike what is going over at Days of Our Lives. McKenna had numerous followers leap into his comments area to agree with his statements. "Could not agree more, the young actors are gems. And at a very wide age span, from Scarlett all the way up to Braden, just very brilliant. The teens are doing well too," shared a fan. Another admirer said, "So considerate of you to post this, Chris. I am very pleased with the amount of skill on GH has with their youthful team of actors." McKenna has no problem giving his thoughts and insights on the show. In fact, he recently defended Jack's love for Carly after the WSB's motives were brought into doubt. "It's good to see the GH cast championing each other." Along with McKenna's compliments on the younger cast, Wright also utilized social media to rave over two of her favorite cast members. Spinelli vs. Nathan: why General Hospital fans can't agree on Maxie's best love. Maxie's reappearance has fans wondering one very essential question. General Hospital's Maxie is going to have a huge decision to make when she wakes up from a coma and finds her husband, Nathan, isn't so dead. Maxie has formed a comfortable life with Spinelli again, but the reappearance of Nathan has people arguing whether person is the perfect one for her. Key takeaways: Spinelli and Nathan are Maxie's two great loves. GH fans are divided about who Maxie should select. Why selecting Nathan might cost Maxie. Is a new love triangle brewing on GH? News that Kirsten Storms has resumed filming at GH after taking a vacation to focus on her health difficulties has fans buzzing. While fans are pleased that the popular actress is back on the ABC serial, it has raised a very significant issue concerning Maxie's love life. Maxie has had multiple partnerships on GH. However, only two men have actually ever captured her heart, Spinelli and Nathan. They are both huge likes of Maxie's for different reasons. Despite Maxie forging a life with Spinelli again, Nathan's reappearance will shake her world. The curiosity of witnessing who Maxie will select when she wakes up has GH viewers debating about who they think is the ideal man for her. One fan on X got the ball moving by asking if fans would prefer to see Maxie with Nathan or Spinelli. "I'm an old-school Spixie fan. I think Nathan was the perfect choice when they were together, but now Spixie is the ideal decision and should be endgame," wrote a fan. There were various Spinelli responses, with some fans pushing for the Nathan and Lulu pairing that the ABC soap has been teasing. Other fans think that Nathan isn't the real deal and is part of the Caesar Faison final project drama, which would result in Maxie getting harmed and her hurting Spinelli again if she dumped him for Nathan. Not everyone was Team Spinelli, however. Nathan has plenty of admirers on his side despite the mystery surrounding his homecoming and his whereabouts over the last 7 years. "Is this really even a question? LOL Nathan every day of the week," declared a fan. In the end, GH fans are divided regarding who is the perfect man for Maxi. However, worry about the true reason Nathan returned does appear to have given Spinelli a bit of an edge, and we agree with those supporters. The mystery of who Nathan actually is makes the question of who's the best man for Maxi more tough. For us though, we would still select Spinelli. There's something about Maxi and Spinelli that simply makes us smile. What about you? Are you Team Nathan or Team Spinelli? Let us know in the comments section below. Was Trina out of line with Portia on General Hospital or just done playing nice? Can their relationship be mended or is it too late? General Hospital's mother and daughter eventually had it out when Trina gave Portia a piece of her mind. Was it too much or just enough? Key takeaways: Portia came up at her daughter's home, and Trina wasn't happy. Trina is outraged at her mom for lying and cheating again. Their connection is quite unstable at this stage. Portia has always been there for her daughter. It may be time to forgive. Team Trina. Portia arrived up on her daughter's doorstep in the middle of a snowstorm, so Trina had no option but to allow her in. She may not have been ready for this confrontation, but it was time to have it. Portia has an issue with lying. She already lied to her daughter, Curtis, and Taggart for most of Trina's childhood about who her father was. After a lot of sobbing and apologizing, Trina and Curtis forgave her, but Taggart vanished. A few short years later, Portia is at it again, maintaining lies about her new baby's paternity and cheating on her husband. Trina had it with her mother and was maintaining her distance, but when Portia suddenly came at her door, Trina told her all she felt. She really gave it to her about her lying, cheating, and blaming others. She held nothing back. It was time to get everything off her chest since she is upset and has good reason. This bond may be irreversible. Team Portia. Mother and daughter have always been close and would do everything for one another. Portia first got into this problem because she was attempting to protect Trina from Heather. Then Trina and Kai broke into Drew's residence to obtain the proof he used to blackmail her mother. They were literally ride or die. Portia has made errors, but the love she has for her daughter is true. She wanted to break the silent treatment and enabled Trina to tell her off, even if the art student pushed it too far. Now, it may be time for Trina to forgive. She's going to get a new baby brother or sister, and it is impossible to think she won't desire a relationship with the new baby, no matter who the father is. Hopefully, this mother-daughter connection may be salvaged. The kids are all right. Michael apologized to Brooke Lynn about the lingering tension between him and Chase, then reminded her that he had to tell the kids they'd be spending more time with their mom. Brooke Lynn was startled to see that he and Willow had reached to an arrangement and wondered why he didn't just wait for the planned custody court. Michael indicated he would rather agree to joint custody than go to court and perhaps lose everything. Realizing that he anticipated to be arrested and prosecuted with Drew's shooting, Brooke Lynn felt he partially blamed Chase for helping get Willow exonerated. Michael allowed that while he didn't agree with Chase's behavior, he'd never blame her for what her husband did. Brooke Lynn inquired whether he was worried about the kids being with Willow, and Michael confessed that he was cautious, but this was the only alternative he had. Brooke Lynn comforted him that he was giving the kids back their mom, who they miss, and he was a terrific parent. Later, with Brooke Lynn as backup, Michael assured Wiley and Amelia that they'd get to see their mom again shortly. Wiley was happy, and Michael thanked Brooke Lynn for the support. He prayed he made the right choice, and Brooke Lynn assured him he was doing what's best for his kids. In the kitchen, Chase returned and laid the keys on the floor near the counter just as Wiley arrived and noticed him. A fracture in the quiet hospitals always smelled the same to Emma Scorpio Drake: antiseptic, recycled air, and something colder beneath it, like terror that had nowhere to go. No matter how many times she went through sliding glass doors, the thrill never diminished. It seemed as if the structure itself remembered every murmured goodbye, every flatline, every hidden confession shouted at 3 a.m. She stood just inside the lobby now, her phone still warm in her fingers, the words she'd read an hour earlier repeating ceaselessly in her head. Dijon. Small town. Captain Rousseau. Your granny is here. Anna Devane claims Faison is alive. Emma sucked a steady breath, pushed herself forward. She didn't allow herself analyze it yet, analysis would come later, when she wasn't operating on adrenaline and instinct. Right now, she needed Felicia. She discovered her aunt in a small nook near the elevators, half hidden behind a pillar, chatting in a low voice to a nurse. Felicia Scorpio looked exhausted in the way only women who had experienced too much life ever did, alert but worn, eyes bright but carrying weight. When she noticed Emma, her entire stance shifted. Emma. Felicia ended the conversation abruptly and crossed the space between them. What's wrong? Emma swallowed. We need to talk. Somewhere private. Felicia studied her face for half a second before nodding. She escorted Emma into an empty consulting room and locked the door behind them. Emma didn't sit. She paced once, then turned back, phone in hand like proof. I got a call. From France. Felicia's brow furrowed. France. A town named Dijon. A police captain, Rousseau. He said my granny is there. She asked for me. Felicia went very still. And Anna? She asked quietly. Emma nodded. They have her in custody. She's claiming Faison is alive. The name hung between them like a live wire. Felicia breathed carefully, the air exiting her lungs with obvious control. Oh God. Before any of them could say more, the door opened. Mac Scorpio strode inside, his presence filling the room quickly. He took one glance at Emma's face and then at Felicia's, and his expression stiffened. I just heard, he said. About Anna. Felicia turned toward him. Then you know. Mac nodded. I also know we're not waiting around. We're booking the next ticket to France. Emma crossed her arms. We? You and me, Mac said to Felicia. Then, gently but firmly, he turned to Emma. You're staying here. No, Emma answered quickly. Felicia shot Mac a glance that indicated don't push yet. Mac tried again. Emma, this could be a trap. Anna's been through hell, Emma finished. And if she's reaching out, if she's saying that name, then she's scared. She didn't call you. She didn't call Uncle Robert. She phoned me. Felicia closed her eyes briefly, pain flickering across her face. That does matter. Mac ran a hand through his hair. Or it means someone wanted her to be the one pulled in. Emma came closer. I'm going. With you or without you. But I'm not sitting here worrying whether my grandma is being held away in a faraway nation because no one believed her. Silence stretched. Finally, Felicia nodded. She's right. Mac stared between them, knowing he'd lost. Fine. But we remain together. Every step. Emma's chest loosened slightly. Thank you. None of them uttered the part they were all thinking. If Faison really is alive, nothing about this ends neatly. The call that changed everything. Dante Falconeri was midway through analyzing a witness statement when Jason Morgan arrived into his office without knocking. Tell me you heard, Jason urged. Dante sat back in his chair slowly. About Anna? Yeah, I did. Jason shut the door behind him. She told French police Faison's alive. Dante didn't react visibly, but something in his eyes hardened. They confirmed they have her? Yes, Jason said. She's in custody. Dante grabbed up his phone quickly. Within minutes, he was on the line with an overseas contact, switching into clipped, professional tones. Jason watched him, mouth stiff. When Dante hung up, he sighed. They're holding her. Evaluating her mental state. Jason shook his head. That's insane. Faison is the worst trigger Anna has, Dante interrupted. That name isn't something she throws around. Jason leaned forward. Then you believe her? Dante hesitated. I believe something pushed her to say it. Jason nodded once. I'll go to France. Dante studied him. You sure? Yes. I'll make the arrangements. Jason turned toward the door, then paused. I need to handle one thing first. Dante didn't ask what. He already knew. A prison without bars. Britt Westbourne sat on the edge of her bed, hands quivering, mascara streaking down her face. The knock at her door had occurred 15 minutes ago. She hadn't replied. She'd hoped foolishly that whoever it was would go away. The knock came again. Britt, a voice called smoothly. We need to talk. She stood slowly and opened the door. Cullum stood there, totally poised, clutching a little insulated case. His grin was sweet, even compassionate, which made her stomach churn. I brought your medication, he replied. Relief surged, and faded abruptly when he proceeded. They'll be stored at the lab. At Windmere. Britt stared at him. What? You'll come there when you need them, Cullum said calmly. That's the arrangement. I need them at work, Britt replied, voice cracking. I can't function without them. I'm doing everything you asked. You'll receive one dosage at a time, Cullum said. Supervised. She shook her head. You can't, I can, he answered calmly. And I will. He turned and departed without further word. Britt sank onto the bed, looking at the door. Jason's voice lingered in her mind. I can reproduce them. She laughed cruelly. Too good to be true. Lines in the sand willow stood in Nina's living room, pacing, wrath vibrating under her skin. She broke into Drew's place, Willow added. With a stolen key. Nina blinked. Tracy did what? Martin grabbed the key from me. She snatched it from him. I have it now. Nina exhaled. Willow, you can't just assume. I can use it, Willow responded. Michael and Tracy. Together. The judge will see what type of people they are. Nina stepped closer. Family court doesn't reward destruction. Willow's eyes flared. Peace didn't protect my kids. Nina softened. This is about them. Don't lose sight of that. Willow stopped pacing. This year taught me one thing. No one fights for my children but me. Pressure points. Michael Corinthos sat across from Diane Miller in the DA's office, teeth clenched. When Molly Lansing stepped in with Nathan, his stomach plummeted. Diane's lips curled softly. This might actually help us. Molly described the problem calmly, professionally. Michael talked carefully as he remembered the night Drew was shot. When it was ended, Molly nodded. Thank you for your cooperation. After they went, Michael relaxed. It's done, he said. Diane shook her head. Not even close. What he doesn't remember. Nathan stood in Dante's office, arms folded. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel without missing any update.